Welcome to Star Citizen. And I was wondering, can I do a mission without a ship? To do this properly, I thought I might go to Hurston Lowell, try to look through all my bunker missions to get the closest to the city, then go to the outer perimeter, get myself a ground vehicle, and see how long it will actually take me to do the mercenary mission without my ship. The mission I got was just roughly 100 kilometers from the city. My objectives were to destroy the drugs in the bunker, one of those a bit more annoying missions. To make things somewhat more interesting or perhaps even a bit harder, I didn't use the hover bikes and picked a wheeled vehicle instead. With the hover bike, I could probably skip quite a bit of terrain that might be blocking me, so the hover bike of course would be the ideal solution for this. But what if I plan to do it with a vehicle, a ground vehicle, something that is affected by terrain? Or at least significantly more than the hovering vehicles. The main difference between the two actually is quite simple. The hovering vehicles are faster and bypass quite a bit of the terrain that affects the wheeled vehicles, but with the hovering vehicles you are quite a bit likelier to hit something, make a jump, land unpleasantly, and eventually blow yourself up. With the ground vehicles that requires quite a bit more work than you would imagine. To travel around 100 kilometers with all my little jumps, pushes, kicks, hits with my vehicle, it took me 1 hour and 4 minutes. That was 100 kilometers away from the city. That is a lot of time. With a ship I could have done it in less than 5 minutes. This indeed was a lot of work to traverse the terrain and all the little changes with it. At first it was flat, then it was hilly, then it was rocky, and so on. And through all of this, deep in the dark night, we finally made it. It only took me around 1 hour and 4 minutes to traverse all that terrain. That was a lot of time, and this is I believe a 75,000 AUEC mission to destroy all the illegal goodies in there. I hate this destroying cargo missions a bit more than I hate the regular bunker missions, because there you can actually see how many opponents you have. Here you pretty much have to finish them all, and that is the reason I'm also using a silencer, to make this a bit easier for me. The weird part was that the goodies actually weren't spawned in here the first time I entered. They were spawning in once I actually had cleared out most of the hostile NPCs, and this may be due to the fact that I drove in, I didn't fly in, maybe due to the fact that I took this mission like an hour and 10 minutes ago or so. There are several factors why this may have not worked, but sadly, as you can see, I have destroyed quite a lot of these narcotics, or whatever they are, and the mission is still there. It's 0 out of 548, so that is a pretty big problem. The mission didn't really work. Most of the time it has worked for me, but it may be due to the fact that I just drove in instead of flying in. That it was so far apart since I took this mission, it may have bugged out, and these things may have not spawned in properly, and after that, everything was somewhat broken, I guess. Sad to say, I wouldn't be too confident doing some of these missions in a ground vehicle. There may be other reasons it may have bugged out, but I have never had this scenario happen when I have flown in instead of driving. And it's never taken me this long to actually get to the bunker where there are these goodies, or illegal goodies. I like this idea from the role-playing perspective, but I don't think it really can work, or at least it didn't work for me. There may be several other factors behind it, it may have just been bugged, you never know. Never had, or for a long while have not had this type of bug, and so I think it might not be ideal to do this with a ground vehicle. It is possible to get to the mission area, although it will take a tremendous amount of time, and you probably don't want to waste an hour or even more doing it. It is possible to get there. Not sure how possible it is to do some of these missions. There is some potential here if you would get some closer targets or some roads. Until then, I guess we are stuck doing it the off-road way. Anyway, thanks for watching.